Hello everyone, and welcome to another video on our channel, Who Died Today American? We're back with more tributes. In this video, we have a list of American stars who passed away in the last few days, or just recently. Number 1. Chuck Woolery. Game show host Chuck Woolery, known for his 30-year career in American television, died on Sunday at the age of 83. Woolery was the original host of Love Connection, Wheel of Fortune, and the television version of Scrabble. He was nominated for a Daytime Emmy in 1978 and was inducted into the American TV Game Show Hall of Fame in 2007. He switched to podcasting in his final years and co-hosted the political podcast Blunt Force Truth until his passing. Friends and followers expressed their condolences after learning of his death. "It is with a broken heart that I tell you that my dear brother at Chuck Woolery has just passed away," wrote friend and podcast co-host Mark Young on X. "Without him, life won't be the same. Rest in peace, brother." "Awful," wrote broadcast news commentator Mark Levin. "Chuck Woolery was a wonderful person, an outstanding patriot. I'm very sorry to learn about his untimely passing. Rest in peace." This past summer, Shannon Bream and I had the good fortune to collaborate with the legendary at Chuck Woolery at Fox Nation's 80s quiz show, stated television show host Janice Dean. "He was a gentleman, witty, and kind. I also enjoyed watching at Fox News. Peace be with you, dear friend." Woolery hosted the dating game program Love Connection on television from 1983 to 1994. It combined aspects of a game show and reality TV and has been mentioned in a variety of media throughout the years. The format of the show was that a guest used pre-recorded video profiles to select one of 3 possible dates. Following the date, the studio audience would vote on their favorite match while both contestants would return to talk about their experiences. Woolery's famous tagline, "We'll be back in 2 and 2, which alludes to the 2-minute and 2-second commercial break, made the show famous. Love Connection was one of the longest-running syndicated game shows of its era, airing 2,120 episodes over its 11-year run. Woolery began presenting Scrabble in 1984 and oversaw both programs until 1990. As the first host of Wheel of Fortune, Woolery first gained notoriety. A big, carnival-style wheel was used to pick the winners of the word puzzles that competitors had to answer in order to win cash and prizes. Merv Griffin's creation, Wheel of Fortune, had its debut in 1975 and is still a mainstay of American entertainment. From 1975 to 1981, Woolery served as the show's host. "I had an interview that stretched to 15-20 minutes, Woolery recalled in a 2003 interview with the New York Times about his beginnings in game shows. "I thought, great, a guy with a bad jacket and an equally bad mustache who doesn't care what you have to say. That's the guy I want to be." When Merv asked if I wanted to do a game show after the show, Woolery transitioned to podcasting following his time in television. He identified as a conservative libertarian, constitutionalist, and supporter of gun rights in an interview with the New York Times, adding that he had kept his political beliefs to himself in Hollywood to prevent criticism. Woolery, who was born in Ashland, Kentucky on March 6, 1941, served in the U.S. Navy for 2 years on board the USS Enterprise before turning his love of entertainment into a career. Before founding the psychedelic rock group The Avant-Garde in 1967, he played double bass in a folk trio. To finance his musical endeavors, he worked as a truck driver. The pair's song Naturally Stoned, which they performed while touring in a converted Cadillac hearse, became a top 40 hit. Woolery recorded his first solo song, I've Been Wrong, in 1969, after the Avant-Garde broke up. He went on to release multiple further singles under Columbia Records. He had turned his attention to country music by the 1970s. Number 2. Harris Rosen. The renowned Orlando hotel tycoon and philanthropist Harris Rosen passed away on Monday at the age of 85. Rosen has a long history in the hospitality sector and is best known for creating the Rosen Hotels and Resorts empire. But his charitable endeavors are what really make an impression on the people of Central Florida. Through his contributions to housing, healthcare, and education, particularly in the fields of cancer research and underprivileged communities, Rosen had a significant role in the transformation of Central Florida and the neighborhoods surrounding his hotels. The self-made businessman was steadfastly dedicated to the Central Florida region, making a lasting impact on the local economy and the lives of numerous people, according to a statement from Frank Santos, vice president of Rosen Hotels. Harris is now with the angels in heaven, and he was an angel to many people here on earth. His unending kindness and compassion affected countless people as a cherished father, grandfather, and community leader, according to the statement. The Harris Rosen Foundation, which is committed to giving back and ending the cycle of poverty by providing opportunity and hope to underprivileged children in our communities, will carry on Rosen's legacy. Perhaps the word epiphany is too strong. It was more of a voice, a sense that this is the moment. You've accomplished more than you could have ever dreamed. According to the foundation's website, Rosen once remarked, "It's time now to realize that you've been blessed, to be thankful, and to share your good fortune with others." According to Santos, Rosen passed away in the company of his family and loved ones, who will celebrate his life in secret. Dr. Lucky Meisenheimer, a fellow board member and close friend, called Rosen a warrior for the little guy. He was a real warrior for the little guy here in Orlando, and that's the way Harris was. He was always very focused. He knew what he wanted to do. He wanted this for the community, and it's certainly one of his great legacies. Number 3. DJ Clark Kent. At the age of 58, DJ Clark Kent, the renowned producer of many iconic hip-hop recordings and musicians, passed away. In a message shared on Instagram on Friday, his family acknowledged his passing. "We regret to inform you of the demise of Rodolfo A. Franklin, well known to the world as DJ Clark Kent." According to the statement, Clark died Thursday night in the company of his loving wife Kesha, daughter Cabraya, and son Antonio. Clark bravely and discreetly battled colon cancer for 3 years, while still sharing his abilities with the world. The family requests privacy as they cope with this tremendous loss and is thankful for everyone's love, prayers, and support during this time. After hearing of the super producer's passing, tributes began to flow in. In a heartfelt social media message, Pete Rock recalled his co-worker. "I've known you since I was 13 years old, traveling all the way to Brooklyn via train only to join you for a practice and DJ set, hanging out from the rooftops of Madison Square Garden and Union Square Latin Quarter, DJing beside you on the radio. You're teaching me your DJ routines in the basement of my house." The artist wrote, "I knew you were the right person to be around if I wanted to sharpen my skills. I am heartbroken, family, but thank you for everything you have taught me and the special memories. You accomplished so much before becoming one of Brooklyn's best producers ever. Champ, rest in power. You're just around me now, Angel, but in a new shape." Working in clubs in New York, Franklin started his career in the late 1980s. His first major break came in 1995 when he produced Junior Mafia and the Notorious B.I.G.'s Players Anthem, which peaked at number 13 on the Billboard Hot 100 and included Lil' Kim on her debut album. He had previously produced the remix for Troop's 1989 song, Spread My Wings. Additionally, the producer would work with Jay-Z, whom he had known since their teenage years, producing 3 singles on the rapper's hugely successful first album, Reasonable Doubt, Brooklyn's Finest, which featured Biggie Smalls, Coming of Age, and Cashmere Thoughts. The most uniquely multi-accomplished person in hip-hop culture, according to renowned turntablist DJ Scratch, who was acquainted with Franklin for 48 years and also began his career in New York. Scratch praised the producer's extensive body of work in an interview with Rolling Stone, citing his work as the king of NYC club DJs from 1986 to 1992 and tour DJ for Dana Dane in 1985. Jay-Z, a graffiti artist and Nike sneaker designer, was found by a record executive at East West Records and a super producer. "And this was all before the year 2000, he continued. "He's the oldest friend I have, so this was a huge loss for the culture, and for me personally," Scratch remarked.